Welcome everyone, thanks so much for coming. If you're on our live stream, thanks for joining us. As always, every month, last Sunday of the month, we gather together to meditate together in a group because we make a big rock into that cosmic sea and let the ripple effect go to everyone, create inner peace, create outer peace. It's great. So thanks for joining us in this very important thing that we're doing. And each month, I talk a little bit about the wheel or the cycle that we're in that particular month. Because as we started out, and I explained in case you're joining us for the first time, the cycles of nature in the Semitic tradition of meditation are also related to us and our cycles inside our emotions, our physical bodies, our spiritual bodies, consciousness. Everything is a symbiotic, a mutually symbiotic relationship. So as things go within, things go without. As things go without, things go within. And in our tradition in the Hebrew calendar, the months are broken up into 12 months of the year. This month is Chesvan, and it's dominated by the energy of the letter Nun. It also relates to the spleen. And the spleen is part of the lymphatic system, which has to do with purification and cleansing on the cellular level, right? I have doctors in this audience, so I better be good about this. I don't want to get any corrections while we're on live stream. So this is a month, if we want to analyze the spiritual opportunities for us here, it's sort of for the mature spiritual aspirant. Because we're getting into a phase where we have an opportunity for incredible growth, but it takes the mature spiritual aspirant to let go of those cellular level things spiritually, right? To allow those toxins to leave. So as we entered fall and the leaves on the trees started changing, it's beautiful. We sense change all around us, we sense change within us, and then the leaves start to fall, we start to feel transformation, but now, letting go of those last leaves is sometimes very difficult for us, right? That surrender process of letting go. The trees become naked, and our spiritual bodies, when they let go of all of those things that we have bound up on a deeper level, we're sort of exposed in that same way. So we begin in the fall challenging ourselves to let go of things. And now as the fall begins to enter winter, we're challenged in even a deeper way, a cellular way, to let go. And for each of us, what we're letting go is probably different. We don't know. We can see things in other people that we don't necessarily see in ourselves sometimes. That's really of very little or absolutely no value. Challenging other people doesn't really do us any good. So when we challenge ourselves, that's when we can have transformation and growth, right? So it's the unbinding, the letting go, like the trees letting go of the leaves, the last leaves, right? So we examine what is it that we're holding on to? What is it when we bind these things and sort of grasp them, we become sort of miserly about them, whatever they are. And it can be something like love, for example. We can be miserly about our love. We don't let it flow freely, right? Maybe for some of us it's that. We feel like we only have enough love for ourselves or our immediate family. In the meditation, when we go beyond these thoughts and feelings into that cosmic sea, we can realize that love is there in abundance. No need to be miserly about our love. We can give love freely. And that is true about really every phase of our life. Our strength, our money, things that we hold on to in a miserly way. When we let them go and we give freely, we realize that it returns in abundance. Giving love freely allows love to return in abundance. When we're charitable with what we have and challenge ourselves in that way, it comes back to us in abundance. So it's a wheel, right? The wheels, the galgaline, the circle, giving, receiving, like that. So if we're bound up, and we can be bound up with things that are negative. We're holding on to anger. We're holding on to fear. And what did Yoda say? He said, fear is from the dark side. So fear will create anger. Anger will create hate. And hate will create suffering. So if we're bound up with that in any particular way, we need to let that go. I don't know if any of you noticed, but before anyone came here, I lit 11 candles behind me. And I did that in honor of our brothers and sisters that we lost in the synagogue in Pittsburgh. Now, everyone I'm speaking to and everyone in this room is not part of the problem, is part of the solution. But somehow, this individual was holding on to some anger and fear that became hate and created suffering. In that sense, while we are part of the solution, we cannot allow even a trace of that to be held on within us. The story in the Torah about the Amalekites, right? My teachers told me, and particularly my last teacher, that this is allegory. It's not about people. It's about the dark side within us. So the story goes that God tells Saul to kill all of the Amalekites and not leave a trace. No one is to be left. Right? And that sounds pretty cruel. The women, the children, the sisters, the brothers, everybody should be killed. So when you look at it on the level of people, rather than the allegory of the dark side within us, and the anger, and the hate, and those things that we're bound to, it sounds cruel, and it is cruel. But when we look at it as those things that are within us that need to be eliminated, we realize we can't allow a trace of it. Yes, of course, we're not like this crazed idiot who killed our brothers and sisters in Pittsburgh. But if we have a little bit of that, if we have a little bit of that anger and fear and hatred and create boogeymen within ourselves, or allow other people, religious or political, to create boogeymen for us, and we begin that on that path, ever so slight, of hatred, then we're contributing to it in a small way. So what we're going to do today is we're going to meditate, and when we're doing our breathing portion of our meditation, when we inhale, we're going to feel that I am here, that divineness within me is here. When we exhale, we're releasing all of that negativity. Anything that we're bound up, we're letting go. Inhale, I am here. Exhale, we're releasing all of that. Allowing the love to flow freely. Okay? So I'm going to guide us through our meditation. So everybody, if they would close their eyes. Let's inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This time we'll take a little longer between breaths. Let's inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This time on the exhale, we're going to say our letters. Let's inhale. Say the letter. Let's inhale. Say the letter. 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 Okay, let's return to normal breathing. And just gently and effortlessly begin to think your letter internally. Easy and effortlessly. Thoughts come and go, feelings may come and go. And then we'll remember we're not thinking the letter. We just gently and effortlessly return to it. We'll be meditating like this for about 15 minutes. Don't worry, I'll keep track of the time and bring us out of our meditation.